Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Chodesh Tov. It's been a while, hasn't it? Today is Rosh Chodesh Heshvan, the first day of the second month of the calendar year, and I get to wear my favorite shirt of the entire year. Rabbis love Heshvan. Rabbis love Heshvan because all of the spiritual work that we have done for the high holidays and the rest, and Sukkot and Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah has paid off. We are on this spiritual high, and now the real work begins. And it is so exciting to be back to our regular education programs and a lot of new stuff to come. Please pay attention to your insider. And the school year is back in swing, and we have our first bar mitzvah of the year, this Shabbat. This is quote-unquote regular normal life in the synagogue, and I am so excited for it. So we didn't meet last week because Shabbat came right after the Chag, so we're already on the second parsha of the Torah, Parshat Noach. We know the story. There's this righteous man, or a man who's called righteous in his generation, and God said that there's going to be a flood, and God is going to destroy everything. Noach is instructed to build an ark and to take 2 of every non-kosher animal and 7 of every kosher animal on board to restart the world. Noach comes off of the ark, and Noach, who is called the tiller of soil, we learn is the first person to ever plant a vineyard. And then he is the first person to make wine and the first person to ever get drunk. He is a human being. And I have read this thinking, Noach was, for 40 days and 40 nights, after having built this ark, he hasn't been able to absorb and process what is happening around him. There's just been water. The water has receded. The dove has come back because the dove has been able to land on an olive tree. Brings an olive branch in her mouth, and Noach sees the destruction around him and says, "What has happened?" It is only after we have an experience that we can truly process something. And we all know, and I remind you, that the process of grieving a loved one who has passed, a lost opportunity, the destruction of the entire world, sometimes doesn't hit us right away. I pray that we can take care of ourselves and be patient with ourselves and each other when things are not 100% okay, so that we don't turn to inventing self-medication and things do not turn out well for Noach. He's okay, but he has no way of reacting that is healthy. How do we give ourselves the space to react to whatever loss we've experienced? And we have all experienced loss, certainly during this pandemic, of all varieties. How do we give ourselves the space to say, I'm not 100% okay right now, and that's all right. And even if we're having a great day, hopefully we're having a great day, it is not the end of the world if tomorrow we see things differently. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a Shabbat of fresh beginnings and an understanding that we can't let the past not exist. It's always a part of us. Noach will always be the survivor who bears that guilt. And Noach, even when he sees the beauty of the rainbow, might remember the bad things. And that's what it is to be human. We are all moving forward, taking steps forward together, and hopefully taking care of each other rather than shaming each other. which unfortunately you will see in this week's Parsha. Shua Shabbat Shalom, and I really look forward to seeing you all in person and on Zoom.